How's everybody doing today? Just something quick. Let me share my screen. You know how we do it. If you have any security questions, just throw them in the chat. Whew, man, it's been a long day. It's just Tuesday. Welcome, Gail, at night. I really enjoyed your stream today. Probably was on a little longer than I anticipated, but once again, really enjoyed it. Let's see if I'm coming up. There I am. Looking a little fuzzy, but let's see. Once again, welcome. Talking about Script-Kiddies today. We're going to go through some, not very long, just a little educational. Shout out to the best moderator in the house. That's Gail. Wait a little minute, let a few people fall in. Whew, man, I need a nap. Shout out to Stu, the old man. Really enjoyed it. Once again, great stream to Gail out there. Let's see, checking on my phone. Once again, let me know if you need anything. Like I said, just drop any cybersecurity things in the chat. Just making sure they're showing up on my phone real quick. American Negro in the house. Glad you could join me. Whew, man. So we're going to talk about Script-Kiddies real quick. Going to be super quick. Like I said, once again, if you got any questions you want me to answer cybersecurity related, just drop them in the chat. We can pivot and come back. Gabe, glad he could make it. He probably come up. Actually, shout out to Peter for the super chat. Actually, Gabe actually got me thinking about this, and I guess I didn't know there were seven levels of hackers nowadays instead of the normal 5. So I guess we getting better. So we're gonna start with Script-Kiddies, and while they're getting, if you saw my thumbnail, more skills and more powerful. Both of those are kind of fictitious. But so we're gonna go through it. Once again, if you got any questions, just put them in the chat. What's up, JM? Metasploit and all those tools are easy. Facts. That's what we get into. You hit it right on. Don't really have to. You hitting it right on the head, JM. That's why they get more powerful and more skills. It's just so many tools out there. You can hit a button. So that's really it right there. So we can almost shut down the stream. Now I'm just playing. Shout out to Gail. Once again, I was on her stream earlier. Go subscribe to her. She blowing up real quick. One of the best moderators on the planet. Shout out to my man, Peter Invest in with the super chat. I'm going to add that to my dinner money. I appreciate it, Peter. I need to start eating better. Me and Gail was talking about that. I need to take that $2 and give me some vegetables, Peter. Shout out to Peter for the vegetables. But no, you're right, JM and me and Gabe was actually talking about that. That's why they're actually more powerful. And like I said, I'm gonna just go ahead and drop the link if you want to come up, and I'm just gonna just quick slides because we're gonna leave here. We're gonna go right over to my man's struggle security because I think he's got a premiere at 4. So we're gonna leave here and go check my man out at 4. That's my plan. So go support my man Gabe. Yeah, Gail at night is so that's the link if you want to come up. Like I said, I'm just gonna go through these slides. So Jam hit it. Let's just drill down a little more deeper into that, right? Script-Kiddies are essentially bored teens with some programming skills who hack for fun and recognition. There's thrill seeking, right? There's a little more than that to it, but at a high level, that even though they're number one, they're at the lowest on the totem pole. One of my favorite facts, and I think we're gonna touch on Cali a little bit. And there are thousands of tools they have in there. Peter, facts. And enjoying the content. I appreciate that. So number 2 is the hacker group, loosely collection. They call them Script-Kiddies who wield more power as a collective than as an individual, can cause serious disruption from business. Think LoosSec, known as a known for attacking Sony, CIA, United States, Senate, and others. Hacktivists, collectives that often act with political or social motivation. Anonymous is best known as hacktivist group that has been credited or blamed with attacks against child porn site, Koch Industries, Bank of America, NATO, and other various government site. Black hat professionals use their expert coding skills and determination. These hackers generally neither destroy nor seek publicity, but figure out new ways to infiltrate printable targets, developing avenues of attack that could prove costly for governments and business. Organized criminal gangs led by professional criminals. These serious hacker functions within a sophisticated structure, guided by strict rules to ensure that the crimes go undetected by law enforcement, right? Now we're starting to get up there. At the top for me is nation states, APTs, advanced persistent threats, with massive computing power at their disposal. They target critical infrastructure, military, utilities, political or financial sector. So Russia's attacking Ukraine. I probably would put them at 5 and 6, right? Organized criminal gangs. I wouldn't, because it's a government, right? But it's a nation state with a lot of computer power, a lot of expertise, and a lot of PhDs in foreign countries, right? So that's kind of what makes those guys special, right? So what is a script kiddie in nature? It's often seen a disparaging term used to refer to less experienced malicious or hackers who use existing tools to launch hacking attacks, while security professionals tend to craft their own. Script kiddies pick off the shelf exploits, scripts, and tools to attack a target. Consider less skilled than professional penetration testing or white hat hackers. Script kiddies usually don't understand the inner workings of the software and computer network, right? We agree with that. They're just picking up tools and attacking and you know, like you said, picking those tools and going with them. Script kiddies rely on software written by others and don't possess the knowledge or know how to modify or produce their own software. Script kiddies find the most easy route to attacking a system and do not invest much ideas or energy in performing an attack. Script kiddies may utilize hacking projects composed by different programmers, since they frequently come up short on the aptitude to compose their own. Oftentimes, you can find a script kiddie in the gaming community using common tools such as low orbit eye cannon to DDoS a game server or wreak havoc on an RC channel. Right, once we said so, how do script kiddies get better, right, or get more knowledge in that realm, right? So at the top, well, let's go from the bottom. Bottom is bedroom hackers or script kiddies, right? They got free tools in both of those. Motivated individuals or hacktivists, ideology disgruntled. Criminal groups, right? They're using better tools, got secrets, buy tools in the dark. Financial gain. Then at the top is nation state, and part of that is the advanced tools of the nation state, right? So the advanced tools on the left can be used by script kiddies to attack, and I think that's what everybody's realizing from this particular thing. That's why script kiddies are sending the game more power and more knowledge. Really, they're just using tools, right? And one of my favorite tools, and this is what I teach in class. I teach introduction to computer security. That's one of my things I teach. And one of those couple lessons we do out of there is Kali Linux. Everybody loves it, right? Easy to use. You hit a button. So let's see, engineering cannabis. That's why I understand the basic and it feels necessary for building your own software process. Yeah, 100%. Engineering cannabis, AI and me. But you know, a lot of times when you start, you just grab something and start with it, right? And hopefully you'll learn from it and get a little better. But sometimes script kiddies, you know, pay script, you know, stay there, right? So one of my favorite tools in Kali Linux is number 2 right there. Those are the top 25. Linux is probably one of the most. What's up, Gabe?
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Stream. I think we were talking about this on another stream. I'm like, I'm gonna do a video of that because I think we Script-Kiddies can just grab some tools and just start causing havoc. You want to add anything in there?
No, I think you covered it, man. I just hop in and chime in where I see when I
Okay.
see like a war story I can add or some color
Oh, you gonna
commentary
add
or
one?
something.
I'm blaming you personally. Your slides are coming up. I'm
Oh,
blaming you.
okay.
No, I'm joking. I do got the Mandian slide when their tools got stolen, so we can
Uh-oh.
chime in on that.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
Linux is one of the not Linux. It's part of the Kali Linux tool set. I mean, I think they got a couple hundred tools in there. I do a lot of compliance. You can scan and it tell if you PCI HIP or SOX compliant. Given its immense capabilities, it also serves as a great vulnerability scanner and penetration test platform. So when I set up my blue team, I think I'm the best person in the world. You know, that's a joke. But I grab this and I scan, and that's going to tell me if I left some holes open, or if I got some vulnerabilities. I could do a great hardening, but if my team forgot to upgrade something, upgrade Apache or upgrade Tomcat, there could be vulnerabilities in there, right? That could get me hacked or the organization hacked, to be more specific. Right?
Have you heard of so there's a couple of certifications out there. Have you heard of the OSCP?
I have one of this white guy I know, because I think you got 48 hours to attack a machine. One of those he has it.
So that one is 24 hours. The first one is 24 hours.
What's the second one?
So the other one is called OSEP. I think it's a fairly newer one.
I think he got that one. It's 24 hours. Go ahead.
So in OSCP, the 24-hour one, you are given vulnerable machines, whether it's web applications, networks, infrastructure devices. But with the OSEP, they give you a completely hardened system, a hardened environment. So you can't use common vulnerabilities in order to hack. You have to be able to bypass antivirus, bypass intrusion detection systems, and all of that. So, you know, and that one's 48 hours. You get 2 days to do that one.
I think that's the one he got. I need to reach out to him. He actually works for a big insurance company, and he set up their red team infrastructure to be able to test stuff like that.
That sounds like it. Yep.
So I think so.
Throw that in there.
No, that's cool, because I'm gonna interview him. He belongs to I think it's called IASS, one of those big internet associations you got to join. And I did and I'm gonna put on my channel. I spoke at there 2 months ago. He got me to spoke, and I told him to get me to speak. You gonna have to come on my channel. So
is the Internet Storm System, the Internet Storm Center? Is it ISC squared?
No, yes, IC squared or something. I need to look it up. Yeah.
All right.
So they got local chapters. I spoke at the Indiana one, not at the.
Gotcha.
So he's been trying to get better speakers, and we used to work together. So
nice.
Long story short, I was speaking. He said, because I think he said he had 48 hours to do that.
48 hours is the OSEP. That's that. I think it's a fairly newer one too. Like I got a buddy who just got it. Yep.
He said it was super hard, and he was stressed because I guess they be looking at you through your webcam or something.
Yeah, so that's the proctored one. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's
what
for
all of them now. Like I did a SAN certification last year, and they literally are watching you the whole time.
That's kind of weird, but yeah, that's the one he got one of them. I thought it was the but yeah, I'm gonna interview him on my channel, and we're gonna chop it up because I know that's kind of rare to get those. Shout out to Citizen Luke. But once again on Kali, I use this one to open vulnerability assessment, scan on my ports, scan and try to figure out what's open. It'll tell you if it finds a vulnerability. Like usually, like you said, something a little old or something little, but that's how people usually get you. You forget to upgrade something or patch something. So I try to pre-scan before I turn it over to the developers.
Exactly. So, I'm right there with you.
So so these are things too that Script-Kiddies can use and newbies can use. Like I said in class, we use these to teach people how to use them. And once again, Script-Kiddie use them to kind of scan and see what you have open. Once again, the open boxes, if you look at the bottom there, they give you a nice little graph. It gives you high, medium, low. Anything in red, you need to fix ASAP. But so Script-Kiddies use these too to scan and figure out what's in red to figure out if you forgot to patch something, right? So that kind of goes both ways. This is, I'm not put this up, but Mandiant, once again, we're talking about tools is their tools got stolen and put out on the web. So I just put out because now we're just talking about tools. And even though I think theirs was a little more advanced, chime in. I think some Script-Kiddies got them and try to use them. I think these were a little harder to use, but those are tools that novices can try to use and take advantage of.
They can try to use it. So like the way that a lot of red team tools were used there when I was at Mandiant were ones that come from actual engagements. So
Mhm.
Mandiant is primarily known for incident response. So the
Right.
stuff that we would see during incident response are the things that we would place inside of the tools, or like the detections, or the methods, or the TTPs, right?
Mhm.
The techniques, tactics, techniques, and procedures. The tools will be tailored to what we've seen during the incidents. So it's like some
Right.
stuff. I remember one of the tools is something that was able to emulate um, ransomware. So you're able to automatically emulate ransomware, so you can test to see if the customer is vulnerable to that particular type of malware. So stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
man, really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. So just real quick, because this Mandiant and Gag work, they were highly sophisticated state-sponsored adversary tools stole
Yeah,
fire our red tools because we believe that our adversary possessed these tools. We did not know whether the attacker tends to use the stolen tools themselves or publicly disclose them. FireEye, shout out to them, and I want to get them shout out for this. FireEye released hundreds of countermeasures with the blog post to enable security communities to protect themselves against their tools. They incorporated countermeasures for the fire products, shared those countermeasures with partners, government agencies to significantly limit the ability for bad actors. And two is they put them out on Snort, which is an open source intrusion to protection thing. They gave patterns to the community for free for open source tools to be able to detect those tools. So
I mean that makes sense, right? It's like if
yeah,
you made the tools, you'll be able to tell people how to find the tools in the wild. So they did put out those
right.
IOCs, the indicators of
Yeah.
compromise. Yep.
Yeah, but I got coming up. The NSA tools got stolen. They didn't tell anybody for 2 years, and underground
Uh,
people were using the NSA tools. They come to
absolutely.
dance.
Yep.
so so here, the red team group of security professionals authorize and organize and mimic potential adversaries' attack or exploits communication against the enterprise security posture. The red team objective is to improve enterprise cybersecurity for demonstrates the impacts of successful attacks by showing defenders, aka blue team, how to counter them in the operational. They said they've been doing that and assessment customers around the world for 15 years. So once again, Mandy, FireEye, they did the right thing. They were showing people how to catch their tools, and they didn't keep it a secret. They didn't really have to tell anybody for a while, right? That was
Nope.
kind of embarrassment for them. So, like I said, I gave them a shout out to them because they brought it out. Here's a question for both of us. Are those antivirus softwares still needed, or a customized one tailored to your organization better way to do them? I think you need antivirus and malware because, Peter, there's new things that come out the wild. Shout out to FireEye. They have worldwide center where they find malware and stuff. They put it in their intelligence engine, so it gets pushed out to all their customers right there at the moment. So I give them the 800-pound gorilla. What you got on that game?
I don't know if you've been keeping track of things, but so FireEye and Mandiant has separated.
They
So
have. You right. I keep putting
yeah,
them together. I knew that,
and
but
then
go ahead. I just put them
and then
together.
FireEye combined with McAfee, and
You
now
right.
they're Trellix. So I just want to say that,
No.
but yeah, yeah, I think it's definitely applicable still, like those antivirus, because what it does is it catches those low hanging fruit. It
Mhm.
catches the common stuff, because they, just like you said, they have stuff scouring the internet looking for the latest and greatest vulnerabilities and making sure that you're protected from those. So yeah.
No, fine. No, good catch. I knew they separated. I didn't know the new company was called Trellix.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, man. Like a couple
Okay.
of months ago, maybe last month. So
Okay. I knew they split, and like you said, I knew I was like I always put them together still for some reason.
no, it's
Once
all
again,
good.
man, what they said it too is none of the tool had no zero-day exploits or unknown
Nah,
techniques. Fire products protect customers against these tools, and I think, which is the good and the bad, you would think they would be doing some newfound techniques that wasn't nobody using. They're using a lot of old vulnerabilities that nobody ever patched
well,
or
that's
gotten any
that's the
better.
thing, man. That's the thing, man. Customer, like people, you can use some of the oldest
I know.
vulnerabilities in a lot of systems, because just like you mentioned, people don't patch. And
Mhm.
also, I would say a lot of that knowledge of those environments, it's in the minds of those red teamers and those pen testers more than
Facts.
it's inside of tools. So, and I think that was one of the initial distinctions that you made about Script-Kiddies versus more advanced hackers, is that Script-Kiddies just use tools. The advanced hackers come in there and they have to evaluate the environment, and then they're able to dictate how they're going to attack that system. So it's all in their mind. I would say it's more in their mind than there are in tools.
Oh, facts.
Script-Kiddies just use the tools.
Right. Because sometimes I go and looking at logs, and because if you're a big company, you have something to the internet, I promise you get scanned about 100,000 times a day. Easy.
Oh, yeah.
So you look at the logs, you go, oh, this is a Linux box. He's using Windows commands. So obviously a script kiddie, he's just pushing a button because he has no idea. Yeah, he
absolutely.
But I've seen it where, okay, he's doing Windows command. Oh, he's doing Linux commands. Oh, he's doing Red Hat commands. Oh, he's doing certain Red Hat commands for a vulnerability of the version we didn't patch. We're gonna need to block this IP and unplug this for a minute.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So I think that's what Gabe is saying is, and when you see that, you saying, okay, he's doing reconnaissance. Oh, he figured out this Red Hat. Oh, he figured out the version. Oh, he's doing specific attacks for CVEs for that version we're on, right? So that's when you know you have a professional. Go ahead.
I've literally seen that, man. I've literally seen that. So, so Windows machines, they have a command.exe that pops up, right? So if some malware gets on there, they try. And so more advanced malware checks to see certain things if it's there on that system in order to distinguish whether it's like a Linux, a Windows, a Mac system. And if it's not there, if those checks aren't there, it typically deletes itself or backs out in some way. But like you mentioned, sometimes people would just deploy like some type of Linux shell on a Windows machine, and they're trying to CD it, and then they're trying to CD or net or type of IF config or something.
Right.
But those don't exist on Windows. So just like you said, they just send the stuff out, but they don't really know how it works.
Facts. That's when you know it's a script kid, and you could go home and sleep well at night. But then you start saying other stuff. You're like, that dude know what he doing, right? Yep. So it's like you can see it on the box, right? What's up, brother Michael? And so that's the difference when script kiddies. But like we talked digging into is script kiddies get better tools, and now the tools are helping them be like, hey, dummy, this is a Linux box. Oh, hey, this is a Red Hat version box. So the tools are kind of helping them figure that out because the tools are better. Yep. So we this probably I think happened a decade ago when the NSA tools actually got stolen for a nation state adversary, right?
So,
stolen NSA hacking tools were used in the wild for 14 months. It was called NOBUS, the shorthand for Nobody But Us, a mantra NSA officials used to justify their practice of stockpiling certain exploits rather than reporting them to underlying vulnerabilities so they can get fixed. So a lot of times the government will find vulnerabilities, and depending on how big they are, they'll keep it to themselves because the government is doing surveillance on their citizens. So a lot of times NSA have vulnerabilities and they didn't report them, which to me, I think that's an ethical violation. I'm gonna let you chime in on that.
I mean, it just all depends.
Gabe is a government sympathizer now. Go ahead.
Listen, I'm not saying that it's not, but it's like because there's so many geopolitical things happening, even now, right? This whole Russia versus Ukraine and whoever are the NATO people. Is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm still here. I actually got to drop down. I'm sorry. I'm getting a phone call, man.
That's cool. Just come back up when you get done. You good.
All right. Yeah,
all right, later. So once again, NSA may or not have heard of this group. A group calling itself the Shadow Brokers have released archives of export poorly used by the NSA Taylor Access Group. It was 2013. These exploit targets all the version of Windows up to 2008 and up to 2012 plus are also vulnerable. Some of those are still vulnerable today, right? Their level of compromise, possible release code, and relative ease of deployment. Microsoft had a bulletin. But the NSA's tools got stolen. They didn't tell anybody. Why? I don't think they wanted to be embarrassed. I think they were trying to keep it undercover, right? And like Gabe was bringing up is there's geopolitical issues that the government want to have stuff in their belt like Batman that they can whip out and break into somebody's server, start analyzing government citizens and other government agencies, because a lot of governments around the world use Microsoft, Oracle, and those technologies, right? So the government needs some in their hand if they need to whip out some stuff. Let's see what Brother Michael said here. I watched the video. It talked about Script-Kiddie hack journalist apples and delete bits and plus is just. Oh yeah, facts. I got an article about that because, like we said, is so many people aren't patched up where Script-Kiddies can get in there, and that's how you learn, right? That's how Script-Kiddies learn and get better, right? They got to break in a couple things, and that's how you get your skills better and get up there straight out Apple account, right? So, but yeah, so the NSA actually got their tools stolen and didn't tell anybody, right? And the other part of that is they found vulnerabilities and they don't tell the companies to fix them. They keep it in their back pocket when they need to use it for domestic or overseas, right? Because they might need to take it in. But now we're going to start talking about Script-Kiddie as a services. They got services where you can do like we do on Amazon. You can spin up malware, right? So that's what we're gonna get up to now. It makes it much more easier. So now they have MAS, which is malware as a service. MAS model will continue to grow in popularity since it's drastically lowered the skill level required to carry out attacks. Malware arrives instantly, ready for use, offering user hacks and servers that eliminate the need for technical skills, right? So we're talking about spinning up stuff in AWS. You can spin up viruses and malwares to attack people. You just hit the button and it's going to attack. So it's become more popular because it's powerful and instantaneously ready to use. Malware creators handle the development and maintenance of the MAS, emboldening less sophisticated threat actors by removing the need to exploit writing technique skills. Similar to software as a service revenue model, MAS offer access to botnets that distribute malware. The paid service usually includes a personal account where non-technical cyber criminals can control the attack and get the technical support. So if it doesn't work, you can call them up like you call up Amazon, tell them you need the README or the technical documentation, right? So you can, I got a couple diagrams, right? So that's the malware coder, right? Malware downloaded through Tor. The malware spreader, right, is the person that's written it from the malware coder. He sends it on HTTPS. These victims pay right there with the sad face. Malware spreader who rented the malware coder stuff, then some of that goes to the malware coder, right? So victims pay the ransomware specified to the Tor, and the percentage of the ransomware is paid to the malware developer, right? So now the malware developer theoretically is, if any of this gets traced back, we're going to start our forensic series pretty soon. If you forensically trace it back, you're going to trace it back to the malware spreader, not the malware coder, right? So if I'm the malware coder, the only thing you got on me is what? My Bitcoin wallet. Because you ain't going to know me in real life. So if you ever get caught, I'm gone, right? So that's why you would use malware as a... Yeah, facts. This is it. Yeah, we were talking about it on your channel, Sister Lou. So that's it in real life. And actually, they got one a little better, right? So that's the malware developer, right? So now we got ransomware as a services, which is easier than malware as a server, right? If you ever do AWS, I think the malware coder is platform as a service, and I think ransomware is software as a service, right? So I think it's a lot easier, right? Because the malware coder's got to give you some stuff. It's not as smooth. Ransomware as a service is like a complete package, right, for you. And ransomware as a service is a business model between ransomware operator and the affiliates in which the affiliates pay to launch the ransomware attack developed by the operator. Think of ransomware as a service as a variation of software as a service, kind of like the other one, but I think this is a little more professional. They give you the emails, the spreader. They give you the servers are already spun up. Where I think malware, you got to kind of get your own servers, get it kind of working. This is one kit with all that already ready to go, right? Ransomware as a service kit allows affiliates lacking the skills to develop their own ransomware as a variant, up and running quickly and affordably. They're easy to find on the dark web, where they're advertising the same way the goods are advertised. The RAS kit makes it included 24/7 support, bundled offers, user reviews, forums, and other features identical to those offered by the legitimate software as a service. The price of the RAS kits range from $40 a month to several $1,000s a month. Trivial amount, consider the average ransomware demand in 2021 were 6 million. A threat actor doesn't need to ever attack to be successful in order to get rich, right? So, right, it's a little more polished. So if you look on the right, kind of like this, you got the ransomware operator and the victims. Here you got the ransomware operator. We got affiliates, right? We doing affiliate marketing, right? You get affiliates, you get affiliate code, right? Then you attack your victims, right? It's a little more polished, a little easier to do. They have affiliates and monthly charges here, so this is a little more polished as a service. So that's why I think RAS is a little better, right? So you see it right there. You got the spam and the botnet controlled by the RAS operator. Affiliate, you rent it every month, all right? And also give your cut up to the RAS operator. You hit your victims, same things with it, right? The money goes and you give it, and it ends up in a RAS operator. Everybody takes a cut, right? Kind of like an MLM, multi-level marketing, right? This is it. But we calling this for hackers and ransomware. Over here, kind of the same thing. You got your affiliate there, right? You got your money going back up, exploited websites, linked ransomware downloaded to the victim, pay everybody gets paid. Oh, yeah, I think it is. Yep. I think you could use it as a RASer. I think they've done them in the past, but it's a lot harder. But yeah, you can. You can, because a lot of those are 0 days done by those big nation states. So a 0 day, I don't think would come up on Amazon's radar at first. I think once people figured out it's coming from Amazon, they'll let them know. But no, I think there's probably a few botnet herds on AWS. And two is you got to remember AWS pipeline is so big. Even if you were throwing out a couple terabytes or even close to a petabyte, I don't think AWS would notice. So I dropped the link. I'm gonna let anybody come back up if you want. Like I said, it was just something short. I think we were actually on. Go set up. Subscribe to my man Citizen Lou in the box. I think me and Gabe was talking on his channel. We were talking about Script-Kiddies and ransomware as a service and different bots. Shout out to Keep It Techie. Everybody go check out his free Linux course. It's super nice. I looked at a couple hours of it. I probably go through a little more detail. So everybody go check out Keep It Techie, really the OG in the space. Give you that Linux knowledge. I doubly support Linux. That's my operating system of choice as a cybersecurity professional. So go check out my man free course, free playlist. Go check him out. This next course, we're gonna have to support him, dig in the pocket a little bit. He give you this little taste for free, showing you what he got. So go definitely support my man, Keep It Techie. But let's hit that one slide. We'll hit it real quick. That's it. On the right, we talking about ransomware as a service. You get the RAS operator, get you affiliate code, pay your money, get your victims, get your $6 million. Everybody gets a cut. We all fly. We all go to the DR. No, I'm just playing. We all go to the DR. Shout out to. But that's why Script-Kiddies are getting a little better. The tools are making it a lot easier. Let me go to my favorite tool in here. Like I said, this is you hit a button, but how we actually learn, and most people know I'm a professor in real life, is you get your Linux tools on. I like OpenVOS. They have the top 25 Linux. NAT, Linux, Fierce, OpenVOS, Decode, WebScam, Kismet Wireless. Oh, I love Wireshark. Wireshark is definitely on my favorite. So we're gonna go to we need to go to Mexico. Shout out to Citizen Lou. He been trying to teach us Spanish. Brothers are failing, but Citizen Lou get us ready. I don't think we can go to Mexico. I think there's extradition treaty. They'll make us come back. I'm just playing. Let me stop that for YouTube. Shut me down. I think Mexico extradite us. we got to go somewhere where it's not cool with the United States. So they want extradited. But now, once again, I'll probably start doing a couple Kali Linux classes in a couple of labs using, like I said, I'm a big Nmap fan. I'm a big Wireshark fan. I'm a big Kesmet Wireless. If you're trying to scoop some passwords out of the air, right? So, so, um, so, well, it's all the hackers come to Mexico or Russia. Shout out to Russia. I was one of the brothers that was doing Russian. I was always check him out. He was real big in Russia, but yeah, so we get our ransomware as a service, then we go to Russia. They actually attacking Ukraine right now. They be too busy to find us. Shout out to Russia, shut down Ukraine, and so like I said, that's it. What's it? We probably start doing a little Cali. I love Cali. We talked about the kiddies. We talked about tools. Then we talked about the big daddy at the end was ransomware as a service, right? You just click the button and it's all preset. They give you emails to send for people to get fished. You get all that good stuff. So it's always preset. That's all I got today. Everybody go check out my man Struggle Security. I think he's premiering at 4. Go check him out. Everybody go subscribe to everybody. I'm sure everybody subscribe to Keep It Techie. Get my man Citizen Lou. We trying to get him to 1,000, man, so he can get some pesos so he can ball out while he in Mexico. We trying to get him a little, so get him monetized so he can get some pesos and ball out in Mexico. So that's all I got. If anybody want to come up, I'll hang out for a second. But once again, that Script Kiddie life, that's the first level. That's why I said they look like they're growing. They look like they get smarter. It's the tools are getting easier. The tools are getting easier to use. So we're gonna ball out in Mexico with the YouTube AdSense money. Get that YouTube AdSense money. I'm killing it. I make about $1 a day. I'm trying to get up there and keep it techie. People used to see where you used to have to spend $1 a day for the little kids overseas to help them. That's what Professor Black Apps make. I make about $1 a day. Shout out to AdSense. I'm growing though. I appreciate everybody's supporting it. This is the long game. Like I said, I'm just trying to get a little dinner money. So I appreciate my $1 a day. So I'm getting up there slowly but surely. Like I said, I came here to help people. So it's all good, man. And like I said, I'm on everybody's channel, man. So you'll see me pop up. Citizen Lou always dropping the link. I'm up in there, man. But I told myself I'm staying out of relationships. I'm leaving that to the young guys. Shout out to the young guys. Be able to give me like 20 seconds. There's something. Okay, that's cool. I'll hold tight. What type of questions are you answering today? Any cybersecurity or IT questions you want to do, Tech Job? I'm cool. I've dropped the links. I'll redrop the link if you want to come up and ask them. The only questions I don't answer, Tech Job, is how much money I make, and if we talk about relationships, any IT related questions, societal questions, we can talk about mass surveillance. I was a shout out to Gail at night. We were chopping it up about the metaverse. I was super dark about the metaverse. I gotta I came here to help people. You never help me, lies. I always help you, Snuggles. I'm dropping a link. Snuggles is my favorite troll. Shout out to her. She always takes care of me. I'm dropping the link. I just dropped it for Snuggles. Now anybody can come. You can answer it in the Tech Job. You can come up, or you can answer it. Put your questions in the chat. Usually I'm IT and cybersecurity focused. Programming, I got my man. He's coming up. Citizen Lou. Unix in the house. Keep it techie. Of course, he's an excellent DBA. So whatever you want to talk about, Tech Jobs, I'm in there. Like I said, the only thing I don't talk about is my salary and relationships. I leave that to everybody else, Tech Jobs. Anything else, I'm cool with. I'm cool with. Like I said, if you don't know, I've been in the game forever. I'll keep it techie. I've been in the game for 30 plus years, Tech Jobs, and I've been doing cybersecurity for 15. I worked at the Department of Defense, so I'm there. What's up, Keep It Techie? Can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on. I think, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right, cool. What's happening?
Nah, man, trying to promote you, man. I shared you on my LinkedIn. I don't share a lot of people on my LinkedIn, man. You giving out good information, man. You top of my list, so I shared you on LinkedIn.
Oh, appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good course. Like I said, I looked at it. I've been doing Linux off and on, just from a user perspective and a programmer perspective. Like I tell people, all the thing Linux can do, I probably got a 30% because usually I'm creating the users, putting a couple users down, owning, modding, grouping,
Yeah.
So I get the basic stuff.
Yeah, once you learn it, it's kind of like, riding a bike. You know what I'm saying? You got it. You know what I'm saying? It's as long as you understand the concepts, you know what I'm saying? You may, because I mean, and this covers all of IT. I mean, you can't remember how to do every single thing. No. You know what I'm saying? And so it's resources out here to help you. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is understand how to search for it. So.
Yeah. I'm going to interrupt you real quick. And that's my complaint about y'all young guys. In 1988, when I started, wasn't no Google, wasn't no Facebook, wasn't no Twitter. You had to buy some damn real books.
Exactly.
You'll be out here by yourself. Hold on, Sister Lou. Let me answer this one question. And I really don't know. How would one begin learning about programming malware? It seems like it's a real business. Malware. I don't even know where to start. I would go check out Simply Cyber. It's a white dude. He's super cool. He's got a PhD in virus stuff, and he talks about that on his channel because he talks about disassembling malware and virus protection. From a programmer perspective, I've done a denial attack on myself, and I'm sure Keep It Tech. See, I made a loop and forgot to exit. So that's a denial of service attack on yourself. So exactly. I've done stuff like that before. So I would check him out. Like I said, that's a very niche. Check out Gabe. He's actually going live at 4. So I'm seeing all my people over because I think he's got a premiere at 4. So we're going to go check Gabe out at 4. So hit up Gabe. He does more of that red teaming malware than I do tech jobs. As a blue team guy, when I see malware, my job is to get rid of it. I'm not trying to disassemble it. I'm not trying to figure it out because I'm just trying to get rid of it. So I never looked at it from, like I said, from a program perspective. I mean, pieces of it I understand because when you do a worm, you can scan a port and go to that port. I move files around. I'm moving the files around is the same way with SFTP or FTP that you could do a worm. Theoretically, I can make a loop and take all the resources of the machine and make it stop, right? But that's not official malware. So I will reach out to those guys, Tech. I don't want to mislead you on that, man. I try to stay in my wheelhouse in my old age, Check. But you got Citizen Lou, you're over there smiling and talking, man. I'm going to have to come down there and see you. Asked her if she got a friend for an old guy, Citizen Lou. I pick it up, Citizen. Asked her if she got a friend for an old guy, Citizen Lou.
Oh, my bad. I forgot I was cammed up. My bad.
Nah, I got you. I'm picking on you, man. I always tease you. I ain't trying to call you out, but I'll be seeing people walking about in the background. I'll be like, oh, guy need a friend.
That's why I got this green screen now. That's why.
You too late. I done seen her. I'm like, oh, dude need a friend. But go ahead, Citizen.
Nah, you funny, man. Nah, I was gonna come up here and message you about Facebook.
What's going on, man?
They still going down. They
gonna go down.
They had $200. They going down every day.
They gonna go down, but I promise you, they're gonna be like IBM. They're gonna go down to a floor. People? Go ahead.
But OG, that's why I disagree with you. IBM is an operating system. People need IBM. Nobody needs Facebook. Facebook has no.
I'm gonna tell you need Facebook. My mama, who just passed away, the only thing she could figure out Facebook. If I try to give her something else, she gonna be like, "Oh, baby, I just figured out Facebook." I'm just throwing it out. I don't disagree with you. I just think it's old people gonna love it, and too, like we talked about, they printing money, man. Even though they losing money, they made 4. You saw what that was that?
We did. Yeah, we did do the.
Come on, man. So you can't call me broke while I'm making $4 billion.
No, I'm just saying. It's when you think about it. Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Google run the internet. So it's like, what is Facebook? Facebook is not a critical.
It is. You brought it up, man. They doing the authentication, authorization because they did that. I wouldn't have done it, but a lot of people signed up for that.
You're right. So they trying to be the global ID. What up? Keep it techie. What up, bro?
What's up, bro? Go ahead.
Don't get me wrong. I think they're gonna be lower. You got them disappearing. They ain't disappearing. Now they're gonna be less.
No, I got 20 years. I'm telling you, man. I think they're gonna be up out of here.
No.
I think they're gonna be up out of here, man. Maybe
no, because you can't tell me, because when you make $4 billion, you just fire people. You just start firing people, man. Because I promise you, go back. You're young. That's the same shit they said about IBM in the 80s. All the client server, Microsoft was killing them. All Oracle's killing them. Shit, IBM still print money.
But I can see both sides of this argument, because Facebook is really just it was just more of a cleaner and newer looking version of MySpace, and we all know what happened to MySpace. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is going to MySpace at all.
But the thing MySpace didn't figure out that Microsoft killing is they figured out how to make money on the internet. MySpace was making a little. They're part of FANG, man. When you part of an acronym for the internet stock, people, you just ain't disappearing.
No, I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's M now, technically, whatever.
Facts.
So it's main, it's main. But I'm saying that F or M or whatever, they could fall off. You know what I mean?
They're gonna
it could be an S, it could be a snap, it could be
facts. But once again, once you're on there, you're not disappearing in 10 years. I promise you. And two is shout out to Zuck bought Instagram. He tried to buy Snapchat. They probably buying 100 companies a year. That's why he's trying to control metaverse so he doesn't fall off. That's where their stock going down. When you talking about spending $10 billion, and like we talking about, he hiring 10,000 programmers in Europe. None of those brothers. So he's investing in the future. MySpace was like, oh, just listen to music. We're gonna be okay. Mark Zuckerberg's trying to buy his way to the future.
When it came to MySpace, though, what's the name? Tom. He sold it and then it got bad. It wasn't like it was bad and then he sold it.
Oh yeah. I know that because he wouldn't have got that amount of money.
Right, exactly. Because the company that bought it, they just ruined it. They just threw ads. on
I think it was Yahoo. Or
was it Yahoo? It was
one of them. It was one of those other companies that bought it. I can't remember I know it was for a lot of money though.
He sold it for 800.
He finessed them.
800 mil. Yeah, 800 mil.
And two is, but the government doesn't come out. Hold on, real quick. The government doesn't come for you when you weak. That's why Zuckerberg is always in front of Congress, because they know we got to figure out he's shutting down. He's taking over the world, man. They don't come for you if you weak.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, Amazon is taking over the world. Google is taking over the world. Facebook, like AWS runs 40% of the internet. Google aggregates, I would say, majority of the internet outside of China.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix is becoming its own Hollywood.
Oh, facts.
What else? Apple has the top selling iPhones. Microsoft has the operating system game on lock. Everybody, 97 what was the share? Like 80% of the market share operating system and all government contracts is Microsoft. So
Microsoft making moves. I'll tell you about that after that. Finish your thought.
No, I'm gonna pass it right to you. It's just Facebook ain't. I don't know.
Real quick.
When I look at all the other fame, Facebook the one that's kind of they lacking.
Right, but before Keep It Techie go back 10 years ago, Microsoft was falling off. Their operating system sucked until they got Azure and got on the cloud. People saying Microsoft is going to disappear. They were in front of Congress. They were the bad company for a while. Go ahead, Keep It Techie. No, shout out Microsoft doing big things, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. They just purchased just to start off with one. They just purchased what was that? What's the name of that? Minecraft and Activision. Yeah, they purchased Minecraft. Well, that was a while back. But
no, they did.
But they own, Minecraft was just one of the biggest. It's still one of the biggest, games for people all over the world. And then they just purchased Activision, Blizzard. You know what I'm saying? So they making moves in the gaming arena. So yeah, that's all I wanted to add.
No. The only thing I'm saying is I don't disagree really much with Citizen Luke. I'm just saying it's not gonna disappear, because when you printing $4 billion, you got time to make some moves. Because Zuck tried to buy Snap. I'm still mad at the Snap guy. I wish my son would turn down $800. I'd punch him in his stomach. He offered Snap $800 million.
No, it was $3 billion.
Was it $3 billion?
It was $3 billion.
I thought it was $800 million, man. See, the number keep changing, man. So he tried to buy it. If that would have went through, he would have owned the 3 biggest stuff. So he trying to make moves.
Yeah. I mean, he owned, they own WhatsApp
and 2 is, which I don't know a lot of people know, is if you look at Messenger, they use that for payments over in Africa because they use Facebook as ATM. And a lot of my Filipino homies, they don't use MoneyGram. They charge too much. They use Facebook to send money back and forth in smaller foreign countries.
And you know what? When I was in the Philippines, when I was in the Navy, they gave you free Wi-Fi if you had a Facebook account. Like,
so I want an apology, man. They making moves, man. I
see what you're saying. Oh, go ahead.
Also, one thing about before you go, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to add this, but also you do know that Facebook is competing with YouTube, not on the same level, but they are. It's a video sharing platform. A lot of people get paid a lot of money off advertisement by producing content for Facebook. You know, I know a lot of people that big as hell, like, you know how people big as hell over here on YouTube, people are big as hell on Facebook, and you got to have a Facebook account in order to watch that content, and they're exclusively over there. So
and they got that selling platform, kind of like the old Craigslist, where I know a lot of people be selling shit on there, getting a piece, man.
You know, Kiwi Tech, I heard a guy, he said something interesting. He said Twitter makes you fall in love with people you've never met, and Facebook makes you hate people you've known your whole life.
Facts. Because,
Facebook just has a type of personality to it. It has this echo chamber, tribal. You get what I'm saying? Like YouTube, at least you could like be recommended new things and be introduced to new topics. Facebook, you could kind of be stuck in your ways for a minute. I don't know. I'm on this.
A friend of mine, she running for judge, and I never knew the political aspects of what people pay for political ads to get that echo chamber, to get people to vote for you. They'd be spending a ton of money on Facebook. I never knew people ran political Facebook ads like that.
Oh yeah, it's deep over there. You end up spending thousands of dollars over that, because I ran across and just tried to do like a little Facebook ads. You know, it easily adds up, and a lot of people are spending money over there for that.
Fine. So I know y'all sound like y'all on my side now. No, I'm just playing. I think it's gonna go down, but like you said, I just don't think it's gonna go away for a minute.
I'm still down with Facebook. I'm still plotting on their demise.
What I think though, Citizen Lou, I think they will eventually get purchased.
By who keep checking? That's interesting.
I don't know, bro. Or create some type of Google. At the end of the day, they own the backbone.
That might be
doesn't own any backbone, or Amazon. One of the two.
That's not true. Google that. They got their own. I think Google that. I think they got their own cable under the ocean. I thought Facebook had their own cable.
You talking about fiber? You talking about
Google fiber? They got that. I'm talking about fiber. I'm talking about straight fiber.
Well, I know Microsoft does as well.
They do, but Facebook do too.
Okay, or maybe some form of a partnership. Well, I don't know. I think they may get purchased at some point, especially if it's trending down. Though I'm talking about like if it keeps going down, then at a certain point, it would make sense for them to actually sell.
But everybody's going down. The other purchases, everybody's going down, and 2 is Congress is tired of Facebook. I don't think they're gonna let them join with anybody because they're too big. They're already saying Facebook needs to be broken up. That's the way I shake my head. They already say that, but that's what they were saying about Microsoft in the 80s. They wanted to break it up. So to me, it's just.
Man, in September they was at 378. Now they're at 202 as of right now. I mean,
can you take over the share, or you just want to show it off? You can share it.
Well, I'll show it on my. You want me to share? Okay, I can share.
Can you share it? See if you can click the button.
Okay.
I don't know. I ain't never let anybody else share.
Okay, I got
Will it let you share?
Yeah, it'll be on your the left panel.
Okay. Okay, I see. No, that's me. Yeah, I do. That shout out to him for showing me how to do Restream IO.
Oh, no problem. Hey, that's what we hit. You know, that's what we here to help each other out.
Let me take that down so you can see the whole thing.
Let me see if I can zoom in. Is this good?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's
okay.
big.
Yeah, so they was at 378 back in September. They was at the peak, and then now they at 201.
But everybody else is down too. You got to show it compared to everybody else. Everybody else down too.
Good point.
Right?
Let's do Amazon.
Yeah, be fair. I got an NBA too, Citizen Ludo. You trying to trick me?
No, I'm not. Hold on, guys.
I'm joking.
So that was
everything.
Yeah,
the whole market's down.
Yeah, the whole market down. I give you that. Yeah.
Come on. So yeah, they just trending with the market. They gonna be the people, but
Tesla's real down.
Yeah. Damn. What Zuck's smart about too is if stuff fall down, Facebook gonna buy stuff because they print money. They the one gonna be buying stuff.
No, you're right about that.
Microsoft. I'm an Oracle guy, and Oracle is an old company, but I shit you not, looked up. They bought 200 companies over the last 200 years, man. They just buying companies, and Facebook gonna be the same. They gonna think it's a sale.
Yeah, and that's something they have been doing for a very long time as well. Facebook, they bought. I mean, that's how they got Instagram. They bought Instagram, and then one thing they changed up though was they started incorporating certain features that are in other, applications, like the whole Snapchat. I mean, not Snapchat, TikTok thing. They competing with that via Instagram, doing the same type of shorts, and as well as YouTube.
Facts.
Y'all see this? If y'all get a chance, can y'all talk about FIDO for personal security? I live the show, especially. Oh, you probably love the show, especially when PPO has keep it tech. Yeah, this is an all-star cast. We're gonna need to get my man Engineering Cannabis come up, and we'd be all-star now. But I don't know. I haven't really dug into FIDO much. I'll do a video about it, but I haven't really dug into FIDO much, so I don't want to speak personally.
I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with FIDO.
See, Vision, I'm gonna write that down. I got a list of stuff I need to be doing. I'm gonna put that on my list of stuff to do on the FIDO.
One thing I wanted to, the reason I came up was really because you were talking about the whole Script-Kiddie, thing, and that's that's funny to me. I've always heard that, what I'm saying, that I mean that's essentially what a lot of those tools are in. Like Kali Linux as well as Parrot OS. A lot of that stuff is just scripts that someone took the time and figure out how to exploit a particular, vulnerability on something. And so they wrote the real people that are not script kiddies or the ones that actually wrote the applications that you're using to run these scripts. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do a DDoS, without using one of these scripts that are built into Kali Linux, then you probably don't know what you're doing. You need to do a little bit more research to understand how it actually works and how it's actually conducting the DDoS attack.
Well, I'm a roll back. I'm gonna push back a little bit on that Keep It Tech is 100% right. My thing is, I'm not a pen tester, so I use them all the time to test my hardening. Right? You do a BA, so you harden stuff. I'm not trying to write stuff. I'm staying in my lane.
Yeah,
I do compliance, right? My job is to harden it and make sure it passes FSMA, DOD, or HIPAA. So I use those scripts and I hit the button. It's gonna say, okay, you're good for HIPAA. Because I'm old, Keep It Tech. I ain't trying to learn too much new. So that's their lane penetration. I'm gonna let them master that. I'm gonna hit the button now. But you're right. In my area, my area, I want to understand inside out that. I want to hit the button. It's gonna tell me, so I'm gonna attack my own self to see if I'm good. But go ahead, Keep It Tech. That's my
but you're actually right. And the benefit of those scripts is to make things easier for people that don't have to do that type of work on a day-to-day basis. So I 100% agree with you there. You know what I'm saying?
But if you in that and you trying to learn that, you should be able to do more than hit the button if you're trying to be a pen tester, red team.
Don't call yourself a hacker.
Facts. To call yourself a hacker. But I'm blue team, so I'm trying to secure my stuff. So if Gabe writes some nice scripts I can check my stuff with, I'm saluting and keep it pushing. So I do. And two is I teach that in class. So that, like you said, that gives students something to get started so they can get their feet wet to see it. Then they can add on to them. And like you said, really dig down and understand what they're doing in there. So,
man, Professor Blackops, Gabe we did a try hack me walkthrough, man.
I was on the first one you did. Go ahead.
Yeah, I felt like I was I felt like I was Mr. Robot in there. I felt like a super hacker. I was in there, and all we did was hack a little website. Like, we
and that's the cool thing about it now is they got tools for you to understand, tools for you to try. Then if you fail, you can read the notes to figure out what you should have done. Right. So then you like Keep It Tech, you said, now you a hacker. You're not playing a hacker. Now you learning those real skills and you getting up on there. Because he was on here in this, I think it was called the OCP, where you got a day to hack something or 48 hours. One of my guys I used to work with just got that. And I'm going to interview him and have him talk about how do you hack something in 48 hours with the camera looking. What was that like? You know, how did you do it? You know, he's a cool guy that owes me a favor. So, but from a blue team guy, now it's harder because Script-Kiddies are getting good because the tools are so much better, right? So they can hit a button now. They're not Script-Kiddies anymore. They done jumped up 2 or 3 levels because the tools are better, right? So you're struggling to try to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, and Professor Black, I was going to have to hop up. I just wanted to come up and talk about that.
No, I appreciate you.
And
anytime, man. Anytime.
Yeah, no problem.
I
want to try to get you back on, man. And again.
Anytime, man.
Yeah, I'll hit you up or whatever.
Just hit me up. Anytime you need me, I'm there, man.
And Citizen Lou, just let me know as well. You know, I know you still want to do something with me as well. So just let me know.
Man, we gonna get it, man. Like I said, I got all right, brother. You take it easy, man. I got 8 days until I take my AWS certification.
Man, good luck, man.
I've been trying to stay off the live streams a little bit.
I need to. I'm struggling, man. I did a practice test. I didn't do that well. I was like, I gotta stop live streaming as much. I gotta get out. I'm just taking a practitioner, man. You taking one a lot harder than me. I'm struggling with the practitioner one.
Yeah, they going. Yeah, I gotta, doing these labs and going through EC2s and. I'm getting a good grasp of it though. I'm kind of understanding now how to utilize the platform and not just be overwhelmed with all those services.
Oh my God,
you're not gonna use all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You got everything from machine learning to satellites.
But they got blockchain.
Oh my God, yeah.
I found they got another one called Kinesis, right? Have you seen?
Oh yeah, I got that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like where they track the user data.
Like check it out. I'm doing data lake class Sunday at 3, where we're gonna talk about Kinesis and dropping data and absorbing it into DynamoDB or making it into a real data warehouse, going from data lake to data warehouse. That's gonna be the class in AWS.
You know what I'm really, what's still I'm trying to wrap my head around the most is the the Lambda, AWS Lambda.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The event architecture, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's you have to an event triggers the lambdas, so it could be a scheduled event or it could be like a user adds a post or something. Or
because in the data lake, when you drop your flat file, that event pushes it into going into a DynamoDB or a data warehouse. But when you drop the file, that's an event. The lambda comes up, then you can use Glue or Athenia to insert it to where you need it to go, because you're getting the raw data, putting it on S3. The S3 event of it landing is the lambda comes up, then you call your Java or whatever to insert it into whatever data structure you want it to go in, right? So that's the event.
Yeah, because that's what and I've noticed that too. They got some frameworks on here that are like they already kind of throw a lot of services together. Like what I was saying about Amplify, they throw. Yep. They throw Lambda, DynamoDB, Cognito.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Cognito right now because I'm doing the security hooks, how to secure that inside your data lake.
Yeah, because that's right. Because Cognito is the how you use the social identity provider. Like if you want to sign in with Google or Facebook or Apple ID and stuff.
Yeah, so that'll be the company, and if they want to sign in and drop the file, they're gonna sign in with Cognito. It's gonna make them MFA, then they can drop the file in S3. S3 is the event when you drop the file that's going to call the Lambda. Then we're going to insert it into DynamoDB, right? Then the scientists or whatever have the data in there and can query and do what they want to the data. So that's what we're going to walk through on Sunday.
Sunday? Okay, what's today?
Sunday at 3 when I do my class. So yeah.
Today Tuesday? Yeah. My birthday is Saturday.
That's cool. Just come over and hang over and get this lesson I'm teaching. I was just playing.
No, I hear you on that. You're right.
You could always catch the replay, but no, that's how I'm learning by doing those doing those lectures on certain things, and that helps me to learn because then I got to walk through them. Like you said, there's just so many services and just getting the cool thing is their data lake is what AWS recommends how you set it up. So I'm just walking through it from a security perspective and say, okay, they're using Cognito, they're using S3. The S3 is the event that calls the Lambda. How do you use the AWI gateway with the Lambda to protect it to make sure nobody's trying to do SQL injection?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So, yes. Yeah. That's just, okay. Yeah. So how you just explained that, that's kind of how my interpretation, how I'm understanding it, the event architecture. It's just either use, because that event bridge is another one too. That's how you do the timed. Like right now, I was trying to do. I got a web scraper.
Yeah.
And how it's what I'm trying to do is scrape it every whatever amount of times. And I'm just having some issues because you can't really you can't import certain libraries, right, on AWS Lambda. You have to so I'm using VS. So they got like a thing where if you do it on VS Code,
okay,
and then you can, you know what I'm saying, then you can write it there and then upload it, and then I think all the packages come with it. Or you can do it in a Docker container.
Oh, I'm saving that for later, man. Containers and stuff. I tried to debate.
Yeah.
Because one of the things is the Lambda, you could call your Java code, and I think you can port anything you want. And then the Java code, they have an event really that goes off cron in Linux. So I was going to try to use those together. But I was like, some of those events, I don't know if it's going to let me import them from a programming standpoint.
Yeah, I've been on that. I actually kind of just been on the AWS Lambda because that's the developer. That's more of the developer thing that I kind of, because I mean, don't get me wrong. I like EC2 is important too. It's like EC2, Lambda, S3 is important because that's it's the cheapest way to store data on AWS. What was the other one?
EC2 thing. I was going to do the RDS and
your relational database schema.
Yeah, because I'm at I was going to do MySQL or Postgres out of there, and two, you could do both of those as serverless, right? So
I got my notes right here. Hold on, I got.
So I was going to do both of those serverless.
Yeah, networking fundamental. Yeah, I had to get my networking down. Containers, event.
I did the. They just had a service called Cloud WAN that's supposed to let you connect VPCs easy. That's what I did Sunday. I'm like you said, trying to get my VPC skills up from a networking standpoint.
Yeah, my networking was. I mean, I thought. I mean, I got the 7 layers down now. And I know that how data, switches and routers and hubs and IP protocol, IPv4, IPv6, those little stuff. And it is kind of important, and I see that it is important. Before I kind of push it to the side, this is pretty important.
The cool thing though is a lot of times is it's important because I review that, but a lot of times that's what the networking team does. Shout out to the networking team. So I like understanding from a high level, but I'm like, dude, that's what y'all need to handle the CIDRs and the subnets. I'm gonna let y'all handle that. Shout out to that, Royce. Hopefully you get your Oracle set up. I made my first bag in Oracle. I was doing Oracle in 2005, so I love Oracle. It's pricey, and like these guys said, I don't think it's the future. I think AWS RDS is killing it. A lot of people going NoSQL with the MongoDB. So I think Oracle in the next couple of years is going to be like the mainframe from a database.
Oracle owns MongoDB?
No. I was just naming technologies I think is going to overtake it. I think MongoDB is going to overtake Oracle for ease of use. Oracle didn't bother.
Yeah, that's the first one we learned at the boot camp. We did the mean stack. It was Mongo, Express, Angular, Node. Yeah, Mongo's pretty cool. I like Mongo. That NoSQL thing is pretty neat. But Amazon got that too. Oh, huh?
Oh yeah, Amazon got everything, but they're gonna push you towards their Aurora, which they're gonna give you MySQL or Postgres, and they were really using Oracle from some of their backend. They finally got it ripped out and they switched it over to Aurora. So Amazon's really pushing it. I don't know who that is. You look at that. You know who Wolframe is?
No, I don't.
I do not, Snuggles. I do not know who that is. So I think those are going to be the databases of the future, especially with them AWS controlling most of the clouds. They're going to push their stuff.
Yeah, I think, I think because when people ask me, I know they ask you this all the time too, how to get into tech. I think I'm gonna just start saying now, you need to know Linux, networking fundamentals, Python, and you really, you really can't go wrong with that. I don't. I think if you got that's like a basis, right? I think if you got if you got them three right now, I think that's because you got to be able to slice it down. You don't want to because if you really go broad, the broad world of tech, it's you'll be just overwhelmed.
Yeah, you too busy. I usually just say the triumvirate. I say get your Net Plus and your A Plus if if you're really starting out. Then pick: are you going to do networking or programming? Pick your language. Add a database to it and start rolling. If you're doing networking, pick, like you said, Python so you can automate that stuff so you can move up to DevOps, right? You're going to be DevOps, and then you off and running.
Yeah, I think when I was learning Unity, like game programming and stuff like that, that actually helped a lot with my programming, like writing scripts and objects and instantiating objects and writing classes and interfaces. I thought that was game programming is very like intuitive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one of the few things I have not programmed in was game programming. I've done a little
one
bit
thing
of
about it, they really kind of harp on it, like you having a degree and
yeah. My thing is there's only really certain states where they really do it big. And I'm in the Midwest, and most of game programming, they in Silicon or East West or Seattle. It seems to when those big companies do that type of game programming. So
yeah, that's true. Like
that's one reason I didn't push it much.
Yeah, and they said the pay is kind of low too. They said the pay kind of low.
Facts.
So because everybody want to do it.
Right. So until it's like if you're one of those big markets, it's kind of like because I'm in Indiana, ain't nobody game programming in Indiana. So
are you an Indiana?
Yeah, man. I'm in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Me and Peyton Manning's for the Colts. Go ahead.
Have you seen that video?
Which one?
Oh, I'm a Titans fan, so that's.
Oh, where he slams his head, the coat's head into the ground.
No, so I'm a Tennessee Titans fan.
Okay, yeah.
No, but I was there was like a video called Indianimals. It's funny. I'll probably send it to you.
Yeah, to me, I probably saw it, man. But yeah, so that's why MySpace was the shit. Black Planet took facts, man. But
yeah, that's a good point. MySpace was cool. Like you could edit your site, you could add music on there, you could get like a top 10, top 8. Like it was MySpace was really undervalued, I think. I mean, everybody it got trashed and everybody kind of went to Facebook.
Facts.
But
so no, you're right. It was just kind of weird. It was kind of like it was hot, then it was not, and everybody was off the Facebook, right? And then I just don't think MySpace figured out how to make that Facebook money.
Well, Facebook was it was more professional, like, but see, MySpace wasn't really meant to be professional. It was like it was really meant for like rock star, like people who had like indie bands to like promote they like tours and stuff like that. That's really what it was started out to be.
Right. And they got a little ad money, but Facebook really figured out how to monetize it. Man.
Right, they did. Yeah, they did. That's a fact. So, and then too, you got to think about it too. Like when Facebook got big, that was around the same time the iPhone got big. That's when the iPhone popped off. So then you start bringing the apps in because MySpace was never really an app. It was just straight up on the website.
It was barely a platform. It's really just a website that gave you a few things that you could change. Where I think Facebook is a platform, right?
And see, that's why that's the other reason why I feel because it's like Facebook had a lot of things kind of fall into place for it to be. And that's why I'm like, well, I guess Google too, because if they never sued Microsoft for that antitrust lawsuit, we probably wouldn't have Google. So I guess you could say the same for Google, I guess.
Facts.
Because Microsoft was not letting them. Microsoft was gonna block everybody off Internet Explorer. They wasn't letting nobody on there.
People don't realize. You think you hate Zuckerberg? People hated Bill Gates today. He was blocking everybody, man.
He was taking people's.
He was blocking because Netscape came in. Microsoft gave their browser away for free just to take them out of business on purpose. Bill Gates was just so yeah. So you think Zuckerberg, man? I just think Zuck is going to go down like IBM and like Microsoft, and will he catch the next wave? He's trying to start the next wave by talking about the metaverse. He's trying to build it and say this is which it is. This is Web 3.0. He's trying to own it. I don't think he's going to own it, but I think he's going to have a big piece of it. Yeah, I heard this right here.
Oh yeah, I did hear. Yeah, I remember it was yesterday. We were talking about it was supposed to release on the App Store. That Trump.
Yeah, I think
what called Truth Social Truth or Truth app or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do I'll probably do a video, man. See if I can, get something to go viral, so I can make $4 in one day. So I thought about talking about that app. I ain't made up my mind yet.
Yeah, but see, you can't really. See, apps like that though, man, they're not gonna really pop off. It has to be like organic, like how Snapchat was organic, TikTok was organic.
This is gonna pop off because the divide in the United States. And so I think if he gets that app halfway decent, he's gonna. It's not gonna dominate, but he's gonna make a shitload of money.
But see, that's the thing, though, right?
It's a certain segment that says free speech is being withheld. And they're gonna jump on that app. Go ahead, man.
No, I was gonna say though, but think about it, right? Like Twitter, it's not just about politics, right? Like they talk about way more. It's sports, it's crypto, tech. Right. But see, on like these the counterculture apps, they're just kind of just talking about counterculture, just anti, whatever political party that's
but he can get 100 million people sign up on that, man. If you get that for a couple years, you killed it. You can shut it down.
No, I feel you. I mean, even with that Parler app, I mean, it wasn't like, I don't know. They was just all talking because it was around election time too. So everybody was trying to get everybody trying to get the election conspiracy. Everybody was trying to get it off and spread what they had to say, but it wasn't nothing else but that. And if you know what I mean, like
there's quite a few people. I'm trying to be delicate how it says that are black that jumps on the other side. They got hundreds of thousands of followers.
You talking about like
ABL, Tatum, all those guys? They killing that money for that.
No, that's a fact. But that's, I mean, even from a
YouTube perspective, them guys are big. No, I'm struggling with my little 1,300, man. They got, I think Tatum's probably a couple million.
Anyway, he almost, I think he had 2. So like that, I'm just, that's different though. Being a content creator in an app is like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a bit different though. Like,
no, cannabis. I think Trump app is gonna make a killing in subscriptions. I agree with engineering cannabis. Now we can talk about the quality of the app and
so it's a subscription.
Yeah, he gonna charge for it. I bet you charge a couple dollars for it. He gonna let him on free, but to get the good stuff, he gonna charge a couple dollars for that.
But see, I actually, exclusive. Okay, I just googled it. It says exclusive Trump app opens to hundreds of testers ahead of expected launch. I'm trying to see if they got the price on here.
The price, maybe
it'll probably be like 5, 10. No. I mean, I've said that though too. If you want to kind of like clean up a lot of these social networks, you gotta have like a app, like like a payment option. But that'll really, gentrify. that'll really gentrify a lot of these apps, man. I mean,
they don't want to gentrify because they're making money on ads. Why gentrify? Because you're getting that ad money. Yeah, but once you do that, you might hurt your ad money a little bit. So.
Yeah, but ads do ruin the experience though. Like, because I pay for YouTube Red. I totally hate ads. I mean, it's a waste of time. It interrupts the flow. Because imagine you watching a movie and you just. You just stop an ad. Ad just stops. You get what I'm saying?
I'm old. I got a big cable bill, man. I ain't cut the cable. I ain't cut the cord yet. My cable bill is astronomical. So, JM, I disagree. I don't think Trump's social media would take over Facebook. I think they will coexist. I think there's a lot of people that's going to go on the Trump app that still want to come back on Facebook and give the Democrats the business. They love arguing on Facebook. So I think they just run both. I just think they have both of those apps. I think when they want the echo chamber, they'll go to their respective apps. But a lot of those guys love to smoke, so I think they're gonna be on both apps.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now. So it's called True Social. Mm-hmm. It already has like it's number one. It's number one on social networking right now.
I told you, man, they're killing it.
Wow. When you got people already giving it, people giving it like 3 stars and stuff like that, just off rip.
Right. So that's gonna be the bad grab for Trump, man, because he's probably gonna.
Yeah, Trump. Trump. Hey, he know where to get in to get some money for it.
And what he gonna do? What y'all said is, I think he gonna build it up, get the subscribers up, get to a certain limit. His name gonna be on there, and he gonna sell it.
I mean, man,
he heist and walk away.
Yeah, hey, Trump is a pure finesser. After he lost the election, man, he got all the people to donate money to fight the whatever. But that man, he raised $250 million.
Right. So what you think his app gonna do, man? What you think his app gonna do, man?
Oh no, it's 290. The Digital World Acquisition Corp stands to receive $293 million in cash.
Fact. So yeah, so they.
Man.
So yeah, that's it. So I think they're gonna coexist, man. I don't think he's gonna take over Facebook because they're not gonna have that infrastructure. Facebook took forever to grow their ad infrastructure. Like Keep It Techie, they have comedians and all that stuff. You can do your own shows. Trump Media is not gonna do any of that. So Facebook's got that old ad infrastructure that took them decades to be able to figure out, man.
I bet you.
He gonna sell it to the Koch brothers, probably. Shout out to the Koch brothers.
I bet you this was built with React Native. I bet you.
That probably is.
I bet you this was built with React Native.
So, but the other thing too is Script-Kiddies gonna attack it. So they're gonna try to shut it down.
They probably.
So that's gonna be interesting. The Script-Kiddies gonna be running scripts to DDoS it. So everybody gonna be trying to attack it. So
I'm trying to. So I'm just downloading the app right now.
You downloading it?
I'm about to go through. I'm just curious now.
No, I feel you. I think, like I said, somebody said they pay for YouTube Premium too. Royston saying
I gotta pay for it, man. I can't.
I'll be looking at them. Yeah.
Okay, now I can't. Okay.
Do me a favor, real quick, for me.
I already got a bug. I can't.
Oh,
I can't go back.
They working on it, but yeah, it's gonna be one of the top apps out when they get the bugs out. I mean, you've been in there before. You always gonna have a little buzz when you roll out. So
yeah, because I tried to hit already. I did already sign in on accident, and then I tried to go back to it won't let me.
You need to send them a little reminder they're suffering. But
they didn't fix this.
Yeah, but I'm about to shut it down. Look, I'm about to.
All right, big dog. I'm gonna get up with you later, man. It was good talking to you, man.
Yeah, you good? We shut it down. We had a great. Everybody's gonna subscribe. Miss Nash, tell us the guy. So I'm gonna shut it down right here. I'm glad everybody joined me. Snuggles and Miss Nash. I don't know what they doing now. Shout out to them too. Two of my faves always support me. Once again, I'm gonna see y'all on those YouTube streets, and I'm out of here.